Good morning everybody, I'm at Church, Accrington, Lancashire, and this is a huge chemical plant site called William Blythe's on Bridge Street in Church. This is a huge site which includes many factories which played a big part, including this one behind me, in Lancashire's Industrial Revolution. Now this site has manufactured many chemicals and still does today. It was founded in 1845 by William Blythe and a Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson unfortunately left, but William Blythe came here. He was part of the Chemistry Society and he was a great chemist. He was born in 1813 and died in 1879. But he joined Howarth and Barnes in 1835 and his business expanded so he could set up this site behind, and he was one of the original Chemical Society and British Association. James Simpson, who lived nearby at the Hollin Bank House in Oswestwhistle, rented this site out to him, and he produced many chemicals, one notably sulfonated castor oil for Frederick Gatty when he was producing khaki dye in 1884, so the dye wouldn't run when it was washed in cloth. Now this site is a huge site, and by the 1900s, the turn of the century, William Blythe was selling to many countries including India, South Africa and the Americas, and an office in London and agencies in several of the most important overseas markets. By 1955, construction of a new plant to make sodium sulfonate and hydrochloric acid from sodium chloride and sulfuric acid using two state-of-the-art oil-fired mahenium furnaces. By the 1960s, William Blythe started to develop in-house expertise in corrosion resistance and use of plastics and reactive metals such as titanium, zirconium and tantalum. The interest in glass reinforced plastics led to the development of in-house capability in the manufacture of GRP tanks, including many more chemicals. Markets that they're involved in are chemical catalysts, coating adhesives, electronic chemicals, food and feed additives, life science reagents, renewable energy, pigment purchase, plating materials, polymer additives. Now this site is that big, it has its own reservoir at the back, and that helps to supply the whole site. And in 1919, William Blythe acquired the business of John Riley and Sons, a manufacturer of similar range of acids, metal salts to William Blythe, plus alkali hydroxides and carbonates. At the turn of the century, it was called Hapton Works, and that became part of William Blythe's. By the 1960s, William Blythe started to develop in-house expertise in corrosion resistance and use of plastics and reactive metals such as titanium, zirconium and tantalum. The interest in glass reinforced plastics led to the development of in-house capability in the manufacture of GRP tanks, including many more chemicals. markets that they're involved in are chemical catalysts, coating adhesives, electronic chemicals, food and feed additives, life science reagents, renewable energy, pigment purchase, plating materials, polymer additives. And these chemicals that were used, that William Blythe invented, when Frederick Gatty made the khaki dye, it was used in the Boer War, and that was widely used because the colour they went from was from the bright red colour to the green colour, the dust colour, which is khaki, which means dust colour in Hindu. And as you can see behind me, this plant is quite huge today, and there are many factories on this site, and all the way along Bridge Street there are many firms that survive today. And just along this side is the canal, which does a right angle bend, and the canal helped to transport the chemicals, whereas today the canal is just for families walking along today. Thank you.